whenever I talk about my shaman or the shaman, or I just make a general thing about a shaman, I am talking about Michael Polson from mylightcenter.com. He is the shaman who I would attribute most of my growth and my knowledge in all matters spiritual, because he's the one who's helped me out the most, not only in this life, but in probably all my lives, because we incarnate together. He's part of my family soul group. Um, so I recorded a couple of years ago some conversations that we had about some solar flares that were happening at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, and the effect it was having on me and the Matrix in general. So I'm going to throw up this old footage again on YouTube in case anyone is interested in knowing more about the Matrix, which is what the Earth construct is inside of. And he also gives a demonstration on how he uses a pendulum to determine which of my chakras needs work. So I didn't record a whole session with him, but I feel like he gives a lot of really good information that people may find interesting. So I'm going to throw it up on YouTube, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any other questions for Michael, you can write them in the comments and I can ask him for you. Not about personal readings, but more general questions. And otherwise, yeah, maybe I'll get him back on video. He can answer himself. All right. I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Danielle Barosler with Michael Shaman, and I'm actually in his workspace.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for being here.
I can't wait. I actually really need this. Today I have a session booked, which we'll show a little bit about the process. But
okay.
First, I wanted to talk about the solar flares that are happening like right now.
All right, what's happening right now is that, normally we are protected by the electromagnetic force field around our world, and that creates, and that helps us and keeps us from getting damaged by the solar flares. But on occasional, we get the gigantic ones, you might want to call them, and they can break through the electromagnetic field, which affects us and affects the world and affects electronics and it affects everything, and then we're all kind of feel a little crazy.
I have a lot of people who I follow. They're acting like this is so great, all this negative stuff is burning off or something, and they're powering up and they're experiencing really good stuff.
Yes, it's almost like a reboot. It does create a reboot, which periodically we need that. So it's actually, in the long run, it is a good thing. But at the time, it's not so good.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously my phone is acting up, my iPad, everything, kind of glitching. I have to do a lot of restarting of my stuff. I haven't been having a great time with the solar flares personally.
Because you're on the grid line.
Where are the grid lines? Are there a lot of grid lines?
Actually, the whole world is covered with grid lines, and I can't tell you how many there are, but if it wasn't for the grid lines, we wouldn't be able to maintain the electromagnetic field.
Wouldn't there still be an electromagnetic field because there's magnets inside the Earth?
Well, there is certain minerals in the Earth in the center, in the core, which acts and can create the electromagnetic field. But because of the spinning of the Earth that happened billions of years ago by a small planet that crashed into Earth called Theia, and that crashed into Earth, and it created the moon, and it joined with Earth, and it created a certain spin that connect to us and connect to the world, and made electrical magnetic field around us. If we didn't have that, there's no way we would even be able to exist
without the spin.
And it's getting faster. That's why if everybody has noticed that time seems like it's accelerating, even though we don't really recognize it at the moment. But it seems like days go by faster, the years, the months and years are going by faster, and that's because of the spin of the Earth. It's affecting our time cycle too. So everything is speeding up, and the faster the spin goes, the stronger the electrical magnetic field is too.
So you said that we're speeding up. It must be just a little tiny bit, or what? Just
Well, it's a tiny bit because of the universe and the planet and all that. It's a tiny bit, but to us, it affects us. Yeah.
okay. So let's talk about the grid line.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
what happened with the solar flare and the grid line that my house is on?
Well, the grid line is actually a force of energy, a line of force of electrical energy. Okay, and when we have the solar flare, it's able to break through that line, that grid line, and then it creates a distortion. And then everything goes kind of wacky because nothing knows what to do. But then it comes back into order. And then it gets even stronger. Every time we have a solar flare, it creates the planet to go faster, and then it creates a better, stronger electrical magnetic field.
Okay, well, you're acting like the tear in this grid line where I'm living mended and it's stronger than before. It sounds
Yes,
like when you
yes,
break a bone, it like grows back stronger.
exactly.
But what happened at my house is all this really horrible stuff came into my house.
That's yes, I know. Yes.
Yeah.
It exposed us to the other elements in the universe that are like, negative energies and stuff of that nature, and all kinds of things that are not corresponding to our order. Yeah, it's going to break through and create havoc. Yeah.
So I know that there was already, like, say, there's some negative things, if we want to say negative and positive. Um, we already had some negative things here that are inside the matrix with us, right?
Well, exactly. That's the way of this world, is negative and positive. And without you can't have one without the other. They both coexist, even though they seem like they're good and bad. But that's human concept.
Right. I know. That's why I'm trying to be careful with what I say about like something being positive or negative. Or like I don't want to. I'm not talking about just a human concept. I'm talking about something that's actually coming to harm me.
But it's also part of our belief system. How we're raised, what we've been taught, and how we incorporate that programming can create like an antenna or an attraction to that negative energy, or that negative influence. And so we feed into it, and when we feed into it, it actually gives it more strength, more power, more ability to affect us.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm going to be curious about what happens in the session today, actually, because I don't know if I'm feeding into it, but it definitely has been bothering me
Okay.
a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So, what I was thinking about, what this made me think, is that there's some negative things that are inside the matrix that's around us. But now that there was a tear, these other negative things came in, which I've experienced personally. And so, what I was wondering is the matrix got some level of protection for us here that's like keeping almost worse stuff out?
It is. It actually increased. It made it stronger. So we're getting better and better. So yeah, we are going to experience. So they try to take advantage of negative energies. Try to take advantage of the situation, and because of our belief system of good and bad, that's how it is. That's how it makes it stronger. So if we don't believe that it can affect you, then it can affect you.
Well,
But
somehow
again,
my abilities have been taken from me,
mhm,
and I can see the things in my room,
sure.
and I can see them messing with me, and I can
Hmm.
feel them messing with
Hmm.
me. And I don't think just because I believe they're there.
Hmm. You have to learn about the fear-based emotions that we have to learn to eliminate so we can progress. And I learned to not be affected by the fear-based emotion anymore. Now I don't have that concept unless I walk out into the street. That's a whole different story. But I'm not afraid of entities or anything of that nature, negative entities or anything. In fact, it's like nothing to me. So, so if we can get you programmed in that direction, then you will be able to go, oh, no problem, no
Yeah,
issue.
but I was doing that.
Yeah, you were.
They somehow blocked me from being able to defend myself.
Because you went back to your original programming.
I don't know. Okay, so I guess we're going to figure it out when I'm on the table. But
Right.
uh, what I was thinking is, I just saw this movie called Interstellar
Okay.
with Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yes.
There's that part at the end where he goes into the black hole and he's falling, but then he ends up not falling anymore, but he wasn't standing on anything. It was like there's no space there. I don't know how to describe it, but there was also no time, and his location, I don't know. It was really weird, but I was thinking, is the Matrix so that we can experience linear time
Mm-hmm.
and one location
Mm-hmm.
that's fixed, and we have to get on a plane to go to another location, or a cars or
Right.
walk,
Right. Right.
which
But,
we don't experience when we're outside the Matrix.
right. You don't experience that. Yeah. You don't experience a third dimension outside the matrix.
So that in that movie, that was kind of maybe what it might be like when we're not in the Matrix.
Right. Right.
Um, so I don't know if you saw that video I sent you.
Which one?
I know I bug you every day.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to keep up. I've been pretty busy. Very busy.
The Miami Mall incident.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I read that one, and I didn't know what to think about that one. It seemed like a lot of activity going on that I couldn't connect with or even see or feel it. So
You can't feel it?
no, not like some people who might be able to feel it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that it's not affecting me.
I sent you a video of somebody who remote viewed it because
yes, a young lady.
yeah.
And that's her world, and that's what she feels and sees, and that happens. Yeah, that can happen to her. It doesn't mean it's going to happen to all of us. We have our own dimensions, individual dimensions in time and scenarios and situations that we'll all experience something different. But if you're in line with her, you're going to see and connect with whatever she's experiencing.
Well, she didn't experience it. She remote viewed to
Or
see
remote viewing.
what happened, because all the police cars and all this stuff, and people were claiming that there was an alien and this, that, and the other. And I don't know, because I didn't try to remote view it. She did, but she said that it was absolutely true with the grays, and she said there were angels and all that. And I know that you have been working to help fix the Matrix.
Yes.
With who? You were helping.
Well, with Saint Germain, he's the main source, and then Archangel Michael. Those are my two allies. They're very strong. I'm working with them, and we've been able to fix and harmonize everything, get everything back in sync. So everything that she saw, yeah, I could see what she was seeing. I could see it, and then we just, with the snap of our fingers, were able to get things back in order.
So was there a tear at the mall too?
There was.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a tear. But again, like I said, it sounds like I'm double talking. It doesn't affect me like it would affect somebody else.
Well, yeah. You still have your abilities. Morgan still has her abilities.
Right.
And so she's been able to help me through my room every night being horrible.
Yeah. But you're getting better and better all the time. You're accelerating at a rapid rate that I'm quite pleased with. And I know you are too. So
No, I know. But now I've had this like sort of setback, I'll call it.
well, yeah, let's call it a reboot. Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about the reboot.
Yeah.
There was a night where I was receiving angelic code downloads, and I felt like I was glowing. The energy was so high in running through me that it was coming even out my fingers. It was like intense, and it was wonderful, and I felt untouchable.
Right. I remember that.
But the next morning I woke up feeling exactly the same, and my abilities don't work again still.
But they will. They'll catch up. Not to worry.
Okay. All right. Well,
You'll be there.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this Merkabah?
Okay.
I'll turn the camera.
All right. Okay. This is a Merkabah. It's made out of copper, nickel, and brass. And it's an excellent antenna. It attracts the electrical magnetic force field, our life force, and it amplifies it while you're lying on the table. So it stimulates your aura and charges you up. It makes you feel good and serene and peaceful, and it harmonizes with everything in our body because we have microscopic crystals in every cell in our body. So it stimulates and charges those up. So it's good to have this in the physical realm, in the third dimension. But when we sleep and we astral travel, we have this 45-degree angle of light around us, and they call it a Merkabah, which means spiritual vehicle. So we travel in that energy. So I had a friend of mine, I said, wow, maybe I can make one in the physical, in the third dimension. So I had a friend of mine make this for me. I kind of designed it, but he put it all together, and he did an excellent job. And it's an amazing piece of equipment, I call it. And everybody that leaves here, when they're done, they feel good and charged up and ready to go, take on the world. So it does an amazing job.
All right, so you can show how you do the what do you call it?
You want to read the chakras?
Just the pendulum.
Yeah.
I'm not going to record everything.
Okay, the pendulum, the chakras are like little vortex. You got the vortex here on top of your head and one out the tailbone. The energies implode and explode and goes around and through us. Just if you've ever seen the electrical magnetic force field around the world, we're on the same principle. We have that around us. And then we have additional vortex in third eye, looks like an hourglass, goes around and through, throat, around and through, heart, solar plex, right below the navel. And then the colors that you're seeing in our auras are vibrations and frequencies that are tied into the chakras. And then the chakras tied into our subconscious, which holds all the programs and issues and traumas, everything about us that we ever.
Why do these energy vortexes hold traumas?
Well, it's like a computer. It doesn't know the difference. It's human concept knows good and bad, but according to the subconscious, it just knows what you program. It's like a computer. It just knows what you programmed or the experience of the issue, the trauma, or whatever is going on, and it locks into it shocks that aspect of you into the subconscious. And it kind of gets stuck there, and then it plays out, keeps playing. It's like a scratch in a record. It keeps playing over and over and over. It's a pattern. And then that goes out into the world. It's electrical magnetic. And it'll attract whatever frequency that matches up with that. And then you'll bring that in. And that's why we say, why do I keep attracting that? Why do I keep doing this? And I try to stop it, but it keeps happening. That because it's the subconscious doesn't know that you're having this issue. All it knows is what it's been programmed to do. So it keeps playing out into the world. And on a physical level, we know the difference between, oh, that's not good for us or that's good for us. And so that's why we get stuck. So So anyway, when I'm reading the chakras here, it'll pull one way or the other, and that'll tell me how it affects the other chakras and your being, your subconscious, your whole aspect of who you are. Okay.
I've heard people say that they think that the chakras are what traps us in the matrix.
Yes and no, because we feel, well, it's like feeling at home. We feel at home, we feel one, we feel we're connected to the earth because we are earth, and the electrical magnetic field is part of that, and so the chakra is part of that, and it stimulates us, gives us life. Without that, we couldn't function, we couldn't do anything.
Does our energy body have chakras, or is it just the physical body?
Really, it's the physical body.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if we were not in our body, for example, if we were to pass away, then you would just leave the matrix if you wanted.
If you wanted to.
Because you're not going to have the same gravity,
exactly.
electromagnetic. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, we become conscious light beings. We're like pure light, pure energy, pure. And it's so pure, and it's amazing when you're in your conscious light being. It's amazing. And it's a wonder why a lot of us come back, but we're so connected to the universe and life in the universe, and we want to help and connect, and we grow and we learn and evolve. People think that everything you can think of, every kind of concept you can think of, happens, in planet Earth. So it's popular. So everybody that thinks this way or that way, it's all different. There's no one way. So that's why planet Earth is pretty popular. Everything goes.
All right, so describe what you do with the pendulum. I'll be the lovely assistant.
Okay. Okay, you can be that. Okay.
While you do your shaman magic.
Okay. From here down is earthly matters. From here up, psychological, spiritual matters. So the right side of the body is a polarity of energy. We're going to call it masculine so we can relate to it. And the left side is polarity of energy. We're going to call it feminine, yin and yang. And and the root chakras are plug into the earth. So that's where we pull up the energies and work with her, and we become part of her. Okay, we're her and she's us. So, so the root chakra, and the chakras correlate with one another. They represent different areas of our lives and how it connects to the subconscious. So the root chakra is grounding, security, identity, who and what you are, what you manifest in everyday life. So let's see how it does. It pulls down, it's earthly matter, it pulls up psychological, spiritual matters. And then I do a count, and then it tells you what other chakra it's related to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the root chakra.
Okay.
This is grounding, security, identity, who and what you are, what you manifest. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, it's going around 4. That means associated with is talking about your heart chakra in your everyday life, the loving person that you are. Okay, and then it pulls down to the right.
I saw that.
Twice. So that ties into the second chakra. That's a negative. When it pulls, that means you're feeding it. Whatever this issue is, you're feeding it. It's a masculine related.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever that masculine is, it means when it pulls, it's a problem.
Your lights are flickering.
Is it? Okay, yeah, the lights will get affected and they'll flicker.
I know, I've been in here, wind's blown in here, lights flicker. Okay,
so that's tied into the second chakra. It's about and the second chakra is creativity, pleasure, pain, creativity, self-identity, and emotions.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what the second chakra is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, it's going 6, so that's talking about perception. how you perceive your order of creativity and how you work it and use it. But then it goes twice, so there's something that is like, you take a break, what's that about? It's like you put everything into it, your perception and your ability, but then you're holding back and going, you look at it, you study it, you watch it. So you put yourself on hold, for a couple times. So that's not a bad thing. It's just that we want to keep it flowing and working and moving. And we have to train ourselves to be that way.
Okay.
Okay. See, the solar plexus is yellow. It's power, feelings, intellect, logic. This is where ego resides. And ego is our physical consciousness of our survival instinct, but it's been manipulated by modern time and technology. So now we've got egotistic maniacs, all kinds of crazy egotistic things going on out there, and that's why you're seeing so much fighting going on. It wasn't meant to be that way.
Yeah.
But lucky for us, the Aquarius energy is coming in with the feminine quality, and it's creating a balance and starting to be balancing out the ego. So we're now going to create harmony and look for resolution instead of fighting each other. So I'm anxious and I'm really happy to see that. So let's see, and that's very new, very new.
Yeah, the Aquarius.
Yeah.
Some people say that the pendulum is being moved by your hand, like you're moving in small little ways.
Yeah. Well, what it is that you have to learn how to connect with the electrical magnetic energy, which is your aura. Once you learn to work with that, then it does move the pendulum with your arm and with the electrical magnetic energy.
Okay.
So that's how it works. And it does look like you're moving it. In a way you are, but in a way you're not.
I've heard that sometimes the pendulum can actually point somewhere, like,
yes,
which would be defying gravity.
Yes, it can.
Have you seen it do that?
Actually, no, and I've been working with this for years and years.
Have you ever tried it?
Well, I get a lot of questions and answers.
Yeah, no, I do too, but that's still swinging. That's not defying gravity.
And it gives me stimulation and direction and guidance.
Yeah.
So you can train the pendulum to do those sort of things. And it's actually bypassing your mental capability. It's talking to your spirit, your inner self.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what the solar plexus is doing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Not bad, not bad.
It didn't look that good.
Well, it wasn't that bad either, though. It's only a slight pull up to the right. So that means you're putting your power and your strength, your confidence into, on a psychological level, you're working how to maintain it and be correlating with others and whatever's going on in your workforce and who you are as a being. So psychological, you're always trying to work with others in a very balanced way. So it causes you to be the thinker. Think, oh, should I act this way, that way, or what way should I act so I can get my order and get everything going and working the way I need to. So that's not bad. Yours is not bad. I've seen pretty crazy egos.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so not bad.
Yes, but this was supposed to be that light.
Yeah, that's the core. Yeah, and this is our core that's tied into the great central sun. And people don't realize that. That's the beginning of the universe, the birth of the universe. From the Big Bang Theory, it left behind the sun, which we call the great central sun. And the whole universe revolves around the great central sun. And we're kind of in that same copy as the universe, even though it's in our little bodies, but we're in the same design, you might say. So the solar plex can connect to the great central sun.
Yes, but is it still lit?
Yeah, you're lit. You are more lit. Other people are not because they're more of a lower vibration.
I don't know, because I was thinking that I got so messed with this week that I was thinking maybe.
It's not bad.
All right.
You actually, it actually looks pretty good, actually.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. There's a nice glow. I like seeing it. With yours is a little different because you're more in tune with the great central sun. So you have all the abilities to, all the rays of light, every frequency you can, because you're an artist too, you can call on all kinds of frequencies and colors and vibrations to work with you. So that's really good to be tied into the great central sun like that.
Yeah.
It really helps. It helps you in your creative energies, and your power and your strength and your confidence. It's really great. Okay, let's talk about the heart. It's green. It's love. Love ourselves and love others, and let's see, and unconditional love.
Oh no, why is it not moving? No, just kidding.
Well, it's moving really nice. Look at that.
I don't know how, man. I'm gonna tell you, everything's been coming from my heart chakra this week.
Well, whatever had happened, it kicked you into a higher order.
We'll look into this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
tape all that, but I'll.
Okay, look at that. I mean,
No, it's good. Is it pulling anywhere or having any?
it is not completely.
It's big.
It's not in a fixed circle. It's kind of wandering a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. But it's really open, so you feel the effects. The more it's open, the more effect that you feel, and you feel the off balance.
Yeah.
It's a little off balance.
I feel off. Yeah.
But it hasn't been disrupted. No heartbreak or anything like that. So it's still functioning really well. So let's check again. Yeah. See? Yeah. See how it's wandering around?
Yeah.
That means you're out of sync. So we'll have to check it and see what that is.
Okay.
Okay, let's check out the throat. Blue, communications, expression, tied into our throat and ears. Okay, see it's kind of pulling up to the right.
Yeah.
At least it's in a circle. At least it's not a direct pull. And it's pulling up to the right. That's psychological issues and your communication skills. Sometimes you still question your ability, how you communicate and express. You still question it.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though everybody sees you, we don't see ourselves as others sees us. So we see ourselves differently, so even though you'll be fine demonstrating and expressing and showing who you are to the world, but our inner selves will judge ourselves differently and see ourselves differently. So it's pulling up to the right, so there's some psychological issues on your part, on your behalf. So I have to look at that. Okay. Third eye is purple. It's perception of life. Developing our third eye, developing our pineal gland, because that's our key to the universe and to the Mother Earth is tied into our body, mind, and spirit. And so it's really good that we learn to meditate or practice keeping that open and watch what we eat and drink. No toxins.
Oh, I had a corn dog on the way here and a Diet Coke.
Okay. Well, that's not
that thing's not going to move.
Well, it's not bad, but you have to watch out for like fluoride, stuff like that.
Oh no, I don't do fluoride.
Yeah, stuff like that will create a crustation on the pineal gland, and they don't want us to be open and connected.
Who's they?
The world government.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, they want to keep us under control.
Oh yeah, they're shoveling the fluoride in our water.
Yeah, their ego is wanting to control and be ahead and we're on top of things, and they don't want us to be stimulated into our higher order. They want to keep us subdued.
Yeah.
And it's all about power. It's false power on their part. It doesn't get them anywhere. But let's see. Okay, very good. So you keep that working all the time.
Yeah, I see everything now. I'm like,
very nice.
I get to see myself be attacked all night.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, just wait till you start looking in these things. You're going to see. You'll see it.
All right. And then, so the third eye is really actually pretty good. And even the pineal gland, I can see it. I can see within the body. You can become a medical intuitive. That means you can see into the body and and tell individuals what's going on with themselves and what they need to how they need to take care of themselves. So you can develop that ability too. You can do it. You can
work on it.
Okay. And after a while, you get used to doing it. And after
People
a while,
love it when you walk up to them at the store and you're like, "Sorry, sir, you have cancer. Can you hand me the corn?"
Yeah. Yeah, we have to be careful because individuals out there are not prepared for that. But
yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know
it's
you
a
are.
bad joke.
But I know. But I'm very selective. I do, if I get a real hard push, if I pick up somebody's energy and I need to tell them something and I get a real hard push, sometimes I'll have to, okay, how am I going to tell this person so they can hear what I'm trying to tell them so they can start doing what they need to do, and that's the difficult part.
Yeah.
But it can be done. If you get enough practice, you can do it. Okay, now our crown is our connected to the universe, our family soul group, and our guides that we accumulated over our many lifetimes. Okay, so let's see. We're open here. And our higher self. I forgot to tell that. We can bring in our higher self, which is the many orders that we've been in different lifetimes. Okay, very nice.
Our higher self, is it comprised of aspects of lives that we had where we reached a high level?
That's one analogy, yes. But we're conscious light beings. We're one with the universe. Everything that the universe
Right. So you could be a light ball. Like I've seen myself as
Yes.
a ball of light that looks just like the central sun, but I've also seen 3 different faces.
Okay.
So were those 3 lives where I lived really on a high dimension, or?
No, we correlate. We think all the lifetimes that we hear on Mother Earth is very knowledgeable and experience, and we have multi experiences for growth. That's true, but it doesn't compare to the universe. This is only one element of many lifetimes. This is not even a spark of who we really are. We're conscious light beings. We're here helping Mother Earth to develop and grow and release density. And so that's what we're doing. Even we're living these lives to release density so she can grow and evolve, because then she becomes part of us, and then she gets to connect.
I feel like we're just being dense on Earth and just kind of wrecking it. But you say these things, and
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't do the crown.
We didn't finish the crown.
Sorry.
Let me
You
check.
got to chatting again.
That's all right. Okay. Very connected. Very connected.
Okay, well, when I was calling for help last night, nobody came, so not that connected.
Well, because you got disrupted by the solar flare that affected because we are Earth, we're part of Earth, and Mother Earth got affected, her electrical magnetic energy got affected, so it affects us. What happens to Mother Earth, people don't realize that. What happens to Mother Earth can affect us too.
All right,
Okay.
It just always makes me wonder, like, why my house? Why me?
Well, you actually, believe it or not, your higher self chose this way to be and where to go and what to do and this experience.
Oh my God.
It's for growth. Perfect. Okay.
All right, awesome. So we just finished. Michael did a session with me.
Okay. It turned out really good. I was quite pleased.
I think that the solar flare messed me up.
Well, it messed you up for a short time, but now you're back even better than before.
I've heard other people who have been talking about the solar flares saying that sometimes now is when you need to work on some of these issues, like traumas that you haven't dealt with, past life traumas, inner child stuff, and all that, which, we've already been working on that with me for 3 years. So this was
this is cleaning up whatever residuals were left over that we didn't quite get to. So they came up, and there's always something that we overlooked and missed. So we're able to get a handle on it right now on this session and clear it up and got you locked in and got you even better than ever.
Well, I think what you said is it knocked me back on my timeline.
It did.
To a time when I was pretty low vibration, actually.
Yeah, it did. And then that's something that we missed that we didn't talk about or worked on before. And so it was kind of hiding out. And so the solar flare created that so we can look at it and expose it so we can work on it and get it out of the way. And so now you're ready to rock and roll.
I think so now would be a good time for people to probably do some of this work.
Absolutely.
So they can be ready for...
Absolutely. I've been working on individuals in a very similar way, that they got things that they didn't work on before and they even completely forgot about. It was hidden away, it was buried away. And then they came up and all of a sudden they said, oh my God, I forgot all about that. And so we reconnected, cleared that up, and got everything back in place, in order, and everything is good now.
So is the solar flares then a good opportunity to kind of prepare ourselves for the transition the Earth's doing, the shift?
Totally it is. Yeah, it's like anything that got overlooked or missed and from previous experiences, then now it got filtered out and everything is dialed in. So we're going to just keep progressing. So I'm very happy about the outcome of the solar flares.
Now, you have told me before that you've seen a lot of chakras looking different on people as they're integrating in some of their past lives.
Well, actually, some of these strange-looking chakras that I've seen is from other alien lifetimes that they had.
So are they a hybrid or are they a starseed?
More like a hybrid.
So they are genetically different a little bit.
A little bit. They can bring that influence, and we will bring influence of other lifetimes and other dimensions and other experiences and all that. We will bring it in, and we'll integrate it all into our oneness of who we are.
I know that some of my chakras have done some weird stuff over the years that we've been working together, and one of which was my root chakra was splitting into 3. And
I remember that. That was interesting. But we brought it all back in and then got it all dialed into one, and so now you're being one now, connected to the oneness.
Right, but I remember you saying that you've seen some that looked completely different than human chakras as well.
Oh, completely. And they didn't even look like chakras. I don't even know what they were.
But they still worked the same as far as
they kind of worked. They worked in a similar way, but they were a different order. It was like a different
species,
chakras. Technique, style, you name it. Anything that goes out, everything and anything can go out there in this universe. So you can expect anything and everything.
Something you just said to me at the end here was that we can expect more walk-ins.
Yes, I'm noticing that kind of opened the doorway. The solar flare kind of opened the doorway for other more evolved beings, spirits to come in, and they're going to be walk-ins. That means that some individuals that I cannot hang out and be here are going to leave their body. And another spirit will come in, a highly evolved spirit will come in to help with the planetary, or help with Mother Earth in what's going on, in the shift that's going on right now.
So I think a lot of people have wondered, like some people have been sort of stuck in a 3D and the Earth is shifting to the 5.
Yes.
And they've wondered what's that going to look like, but maybe some of the people that are staying in the 3D might be having a walk-in.
Yes, they will become walk-ins. Not a lot of, I shouldn't say not a lot, but a lot will.
Not a lot, but a lot.
No,
so because I've been wondering what's that going to look like. Is it going to just be another dimension where there's a 3rd dimension Earth and a 5th dimension Earth that are just separate? like, are we going to still see people that didn't shift in our lives, or what? How is this going to work?
Well, we're going to be in the more evolved beings. We're going to be in the fourth and fifth dimension, and we won't even recognize that the third dimension is even existing, the third dimensional level. So there's going to be a whole other world simultaneously going on with us, but they're going to be on a much lower vibration. We won't even see them. So that's going to be happening things happen simultaneously. Dimensions happen in the same space.
I know I understand that they do, because I see through them. That's when people see spirits, or they see fairies, or they see aliens, they're looking into another dimension usually.
Exactly right.
So I understand that, but this is actually like, you and I are sitting here, and let's say I don't go. We already had this conversation, like, I don't know how many times. but if I don't shift to the fifth and I stay in the third, say, for example, if I were doing that, then perhaps I'm living out my life in another dimension, and I don't see you anymore.
That could be. That could be. You could be on a whole nother timeline and don't even know that you had another lifetime going on.
Huh. Right, because we could be living multiple dimensions as Michael and Danielle.
Yep.
And my consciousness could stick into one that stays on the third density.
It can be.
Or dimension, whatever we want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it. And everything goes. We can be it all and do it all. So I like peering back and checking it out and helping out. I even help my future self help me in the past to work and do what I'm doing today. My future self, Ishna Kamal, I call him, and he's from the Pleiades, and he came from the future, and he helped me in the past, and he joined with me. He even channeled with me, through me, while I was doing my work back 20, 30 years ago. And so I was able to do, that's why I'm wondering how I was able to do what I did 20, 30 years ago. But I knew it was it. I call him Ish. Ish came in and he was working with me.
And he took off.
And he took off.
When you didn't need him anymore.
Right, basically.
You had told me before that politically, and I know that this is a metaphysical channel, but politically we can expect a leader that's going to be, for the United States, a walk-in.
Absolutely right.
So
yeah, he'll be here.
Can you hear from spirit how far off is that going to happen?
Probably 2 more presidency that's going on, and then we'll see.
So 8 years ish.
Probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. Not 8, more like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see the walk-in that's going to come in, and he's going to be able to take over and really do things great and make America great again.
Oh no! Don't say slogans like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But it is going to be great. Things are going to get better, and things are being worked out as we speak. So, the solar flare initiated that, and now it's starting to get going again, and things are going to, what's the word? It's going to accelerate. Yeah, we're going to see a great change in everything that's going on in the government, in the world, and everything else.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I just feel like, and I hope, I just hope, because so far the solar flares have been kicking my butt.
Yeah.
All around, and I'm truly hoping now. Okay, of course we did this session, and I'm good.
Well, you're more than good now.
I'm more than good.
Yeah.
But we've got like another month of flares, and I'm just curious about, like, if anyone else is also kind of experiencing.
They are. There are other beings that are being affected, and that's a good thing. This is a good thing for the more involved beings. Maybe the lower vibrational conscious beings are not going to have such a good time.
What does that mean? So like if
they'll get kicked back even more.
So all right. So if we're talking about lower consciousness beings, are we talking about what, like reptilians? They're being negative here on Earth?
Definitely reptilians.
Are they getting kicked back a little bit?
Yep, they're going to get kicked back.
So the solar flare is also going to affect them.
Absolutely. Every living being, living thing on the planet is being affected.
What about animals? What's happening for
animals
them?
Too.
Are they going to get kicked up or kicked down?
Both ways.
Poor animals.
But everything, it is what it is, and things are going to evolve, and that's what it needs to do. And so it's working out all the density, you might say, to a higher vibration. So that's what it's got to be.
Now I heard, so talking about the negative ones, I heard that they can only rise up so high in dimensions if they are negative polarity. And I heard this, I don't know if it's true or not. So something like a reptilian might only be fourth or fifth dimension.
That's true. Now they're going to kick back to maybe even third or even lower.
Oh my God.
So that's a good thing, because they're up to no good. Most of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them. I don't. Yeah, that's not a blanket statement. But so the ones that are sort of, harming people on Earth, or
right.
I don't know what they really are doing to us. I think.
Just like any other species, we're even trying to control ourselves. Look at the egotistic maniacs in our species. They're trying to control us. In the same way with other species, they want to control everything. And they think they're in power and strength, and it's a false sense of power. It's nothing. It doesn't mean nothing.
And they live what, inside Earth? They
do.
Is there a lot of them?
A good amount. Not enough to really take over the world, but enough. we don't want any more.
Stay wherever you're from.
Yeah. But they were here prior to humans. Reptilians were. And so, and so they went underground because they couldn't deal with the atmospheric condition at the time. It kicked them underground. And so they stayed there, and they progressed underground, and now they come out. Now they're working their way out to come out to try to work humans and take them over and run the world again. But they're not having a good time at it. They're not doing that well. So we're kicking back, we're fighting back. More evolved beings that we are fighting back and getting them out of our way, so to speak, the bad ones.
Are they part of, I know that there's some people that are in a reincarnation trap. Are they involved in any of that? Like, that are trying to keep people from
evolving
or leaving, the Earth?
Oh yeah, they try to, they're trying to entrap us and trying to keep us here. Yeah, there are beings.
Because there are people that talk about us being used as basically for our energy and like looshing and all that stuff.
Totally right.
So that would be them?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's doing that, or is it just them?
Basically them.
Okay.
No, I don't think we really have to worry about anybody else. There are other beings.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, like I've heard some grays, not all, but I don't know which ones.
There's some grays, and there are tall whites here. There's a lot of beings here that we don't even know that they are. So there are tall whites.
That are also doing that with humans?
No.
Oh, no.
They're infiltrating and blending in. And so they're here. Mm. We're going to see more and more of them after a while, but they're able to blend in pretty well.
Oh.
So I'd like to go meet a few.
Me too. Take me with you.
Yeah, I will.
I think the Lemurians are hanging out up in Mount Shasta. I heard there's a coffee shop, and I kind of want to go there. I don't want to I don't know the name of it, but I don't want it to get too busy and crowded, and then I can't get a seat because I mentioned it. Yeah. Don't spread the word.
Don't spread the word. Okay.
But I would like to go there and hang out and
Yeah, you'll be able to connect interdimensionally and talk with them. No, you'll have a good time. I recommend it.
Yeah.
So that'd be exciting.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is fun. I like talking about this stuff.
I know. I noticed.
Well, not only with everybody on the channel, but like you and I talk daily. I want to say daily.
Daily.
I mean, at least text message.
Yeah, once or twice or even more a week. So that's good. We keep in contact. We keep things going. We keep things understood and see what's coming up and what's going on and where we're going and yada yada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did an interview. I did an interview with you a year ago.
Okay.
And now it's been a whole other year. I've been seeing you for 3 years. It's not that long, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But it is fun, and it is fun to learn everything from you. But I love it that we go back and forth, and we're just like, guess what weird thing happened to me? You know?
It was a lot of fun. But it's all good. It all ends up in a very positive, powerful way.
Yeah.
So we can evolve. We keep evolving. Yeah, you're simulating, me too.
I'm learning a lot. I think
I'm learning a lot.
My sister Julie asked me if it was like some sort of father relationship, but I'm like, no, I had great dads. I don't need another dad, but you're more like a mentor.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah. So.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up and just want to say thank you for talking to me about all this stuff.
My pleasure.
Clearing up some more ideas I was having about what the F the Matrix is. And especially with that tear that happened over at my house, I still have to wonder, why me? But it's probably why I was there in the first place.
The only thing I see over there, it's almost looks like a scar, from what transpired, but that's even starting to dissipate and go away too.
Yeah, there's been some residual ethereal muck, you called it, but I've been seeing it in my room like a black. Oh my God, a couple of nights ago, I couldn't even see the ceiling fan on my ceiling.
Oh, wow.
And normally I can, like there's enough light in my room to see that. But also I have a sliding glass door with curtains, the top like foot or more. I couldn't even see that.
Wow.
That's how dark this stuff is in my room. And that's with my physical eyes.
Wow. And see, that's what the solar flare pulled up, and that allowed that muck to come up, and now we can dissipate it.
Yeah, but I couldn't. I was trying. My daughter could keep helping me, but like last night, again, more mucky stuff was.
Well, it should be gone now.
Yeah, well, now if I can go home and I can go.
Yeah, there you go.
Burn it off.
You can burn it off. No problem. You'll do great.
All right. Well, I just want to thank anyone who watched this. I hope that, people learn from my experiences, from his experiences, and everyone that I've talked to. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with friends who want to learn as well. And to everyone, I want to say have a beautiful day.
Blessings.